from all 14 games when we return. Welcome back. It seems like an eternity ago we were talking about potential, trying to foresee what a talented yet unproven group of Warriors could accomplish.
Most predicted improvement. Coach Brennan, Devon Best, and the boys had another year under their belt, and the Warriors got good news in the offseason with the return of Ian Sample, Nate Ilawa, and Leonard Peters.
But there were still questions on defense and the ability to win on the road. Hawaii had little time to work out the kinks. The season began in hostile territory down south in Alabama.
Keep rolling, 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 rolling. Keep rolling, 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 rolling. Keep rolling, 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 rolling. Keep rolling, rolling, rolling.
It was the farthest east the Warriors had ever traveled, and the 92,000 at Tuscaloosa marked the largest crowd they'd ever played in front of. The Crimson Tide rolled into Bryant-Denny Stadium with a tradition backed by 12 national titles. The Warriors refused to be intimidated, but they also took a while to get going. Hawaii's offense struggled, dropping passes, coughing up fumbles. The Warriors fell behind 22-3 in the third quarter, but this was the first sign of an improved defense. UH locked down, and Alabama could muster just one TD in the entire second half. Hawaii pulled within 8 points and marched down to the Crimson Tide 26-yard line in the closing minute. But Colt Brennan was picked off on the final play of the game, and the Warriors began their season with an 8-point loss.
I think a lot of us, got caught into the atmosphere, all just looking around, you seeing all red, everybody is just so loud. And, it's the first game, everybody got little jitters here and there. If we probably would have had an extra quarter or not, man, who knows, who knows what the outcome would have been.
After a bye, the Warriors returned to Aloha Stadium, anxious to get back on the field. UNLV's spread option offense was supposed to cause problems for Hawaii. Instead, the Warriors' defense scored before the Rebels even smelled the end zone. Leonard Peters, playing with an injured ribcage, returned an interception for a TD. UH gave up just 13 points, all in garbage time. On offense, the ground attack got going. Nate Ilawa racked up 104 yards and 2 TDs. Brennan accounted for 3 touchdowns, including one he ran in himself. The Warriors got on track with a 42-13 victory.
We're just trying to get that, back in the 80s where they were known for defense over here at UH. Not only the offense, because Coach Jones that run the shoot. We're trying to even it out with Coach Lambiel.
Forget the blue turf at Broncos Stadium. Mistakes cost Hawaii this victory in Boise and ultimately a conference title. Botched snaps cost UH 2 extra points and a field goal, including a PAT that was returned 88 yards for 2 points for the second year in a row. All-American Ian Johnson racked up 178 yards, and yet the Warriors still had a shot, overcoming a 20-point lead to pull within a TD in the fourth quarter. But Brennan fumbled on what could have been the game-tying drive, and the Warriors could not pull out a crucial stop on 4th and 1. The Broncos squeaked by 41-34. Boise State finished the season with a Fiesta Bowl title, a perfect record, and its 5th straight WAC title.
It sucks, though. It really does. It's just, to play a team this tough and to, make all the little mistakes, and it's just all those little what ifs, and it's just frustrating.
With Hawaii fired up, Eastern Illinois did not stand a chance. The Panthers made it interesting with a 9-yard TD in the first quarter, but they never got to the end zone after that. Brennan went off again against the Division I AA foe, throwing for 409 yards and 5 TDs. Ian Sample came up big for the injured Ryan Grice-Mullen. The 6th-year senior made 2 trips to the house with 122 yards receiving.
No matter what team we play, Division I AA, Division I, we try to score quickly and score fast, and that gives, I think, a little confidence in our defense, too. They know they have a little leeway and they play better.
If there was a defining moment for the Warriors' defense, it came the following week against Nevada. The Warriors were cruising in the fourth quarter. They had knocked Wolfpack quarterback Jeff Rowe out of the game, but Nevada kept coming. A 20-point lead shrank down to 7, and when Brennan fumbled on the Warriors' 3-yard line, it was obvious who had the momentum.
Their backup quarterback comes in, and you're thinking, okay, great, and then all of a sudden they just drive down and 2 scores like that, and you're just going, oh my God. And I'm sitting there just moaning and groaning, come on, D, come on, D. Well, sure enough, what do? I go out and fumble it.
But the defense came out and did its job, stopping the Wolfpack on 4 straight attempts. The goal line stand clinched a 41-34 win. But the Warriors had not yet proven they could win on the road. October 14th, they went into Bulldog Stadium to avenge a 56-point loss 2 years before. And they did. Ilawa rushed for 3 touchdowns. Brennan tossed 5 more, and the D forced 3 turnovers, all of which led to TDs. UH romped 68-37. That's the most points the Bulldogs had ever allowed at home, and it was also Hawaii's second biggest offensive output ever.
We practice like we're supposed to get 68 every week, you know. I mean, it's big time. I mean, these white games, you got to take care of them. And to beat Fresno in Fresno is a big thing.
Half of the student section went down, and we knew that the other fans were going to follow them because we knew that we could put up more points. So, yeah, it was so awesome to see those guys, start going home, and our fans started to sing their na 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 na, hey, that song.
The following week, the Warriors were back on the road, this time against New Mexico State. It was a matchup between the nation's top 2 passing attacks. Brennan and Aggies QB Chase Holbrook both topped the 300-yard mark. Hawaii led by 4 in the third quarter. Brennan's fumble on 4th and goal seemed to give the momentum back to New Mexico State, but the defense shut down the Aggies, and the Warriors made 3 unanswered trips to the end zone. Final score, 49-30. Nalila Purcell racked up 3 of the Warriors' 4 sacks, and UH won road games on back-to-back weeks for the first time since 1992.
It's just big. I mean, I can't remember the last time UH has won back-to-back, away games. Like we say every week, that snowball's going to get bigger and it's going to start rolling down the hill.
Words that proved prophetic down the stretch, but the best was yet to come as Hawaii rode its momentum to an amazing finish.
We're only halfway through the season when we come back. As Hawaii's win streak reaches 9 games, the fans come back to the Aloha Stadium. And it's all capped off with a number of record-breaking performances at the Hawaii Bowl.